Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. How are you? I hope y'all are doing great. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about today in Pathfinders. I have a feeling that it has to do with new paradigms for the spiritual awakening that I have been wanting to talk about for a long time. So let's talk about what's going on with the spiritual path. Some of you have reached out and said to me, like, there's just this much more sort of focus on practicality of day-to-day experiences, kind of getting your attention drawn back into temporal matters. And I feel like that's, first of all, I feel like that's because of the sort of upheaval nature of what's going on in the world. And that doesn't mean you're like not on the spiritual path anymore. Okay. Like you are on your own spiritual path. You're, maybe opening up to new gifts or whatever you're doing. But I feel like there's a real need for anchoring right now. And that can be also, I could relate it to an astrological truth that Mars is in Virgo. And I've been really liking that energy, that it feels to me like the practicality of Virgo and the action orientation of Mars feels like doing things that matter. You're not like wasting energy. Okay. So don't think you're wasting time or energy by doing what you're doing. The retrogrades that are happening are possibly might be feeling like you're needing to look inward more. That's absolutely true and normal and whatever, but just don't feel like, oh, I used to be so much more into the spirituality of things, and now I'm sort of like focusing and dealing with practical matters. Totally fine. You have a 3D body. You live in this world. Like, that's real. Okay. So don't go beating yourself up off it. I saw some of the comments. So, yep. Underneath, a change in the wind. Change in the wind. Loyal heart. Check out those twin flame readings I did yesterday. Higher power. And orphaned. Yes. This is a little bit what I was just talking about feeling like I've, maybe lost the plot about what's going on in the spiritual journey. Like maybe feeling like I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing anymore. I feel some of you have ended some relationships in a big way, and that has served you and will serve you in such a big expression of love. Like you've finally put your needs first. You finally said what you needed. You finally ended some toxicity in your life. Good for you. All right, good for you. Let's see what wants to come through for the reading. All right, so I'm seeing this 3 of Swords. These are past patterns. Boy, this Ace of Swords will not quit. Truth coming through. There's Aquarian energy of the star, healing, Page of Pentacles. I'm going to take this Wheel of Fortune and oh my God, the moon. Oh my God, the Tower and clarity. Beautiful. Strength. Wow. So lots going on under the surface. I usually don't take that many cards from under the deck, but it has recently grown. If you've noticed that I used to just take one card and now I'm taking like 5, 6, 7, 8. I got almost 10 cards here. And it's because there's so much going on under the surface. And a lot of people are just seeing what's happening on the surface and like, I don't know what's happening. Why is it happening like this? And then feeling like maybe I've lost the plot. Okay. But that's not true. This new moon in Leo is going to be super powerful. First of all, it's talking to Pluto. It's in opposition to Pluto at 2 degrees of Aquarius. And it's trining Saturn and Neptune, both retrograding right now at the very early degrees, and it's sextiling Uranus. So a lot of that means that the new moon is having conversations with a lot of other energies in your life. So the new moon is talking to Pluto. Pluto is opposite. So there's something about power that's part of the conversation right now. There's something about you taking your power back that's part of the conversation right now. The Saturn and Neptune is about dissolving structures, systems, not systems, that's Virgo, Saturn is about the way we used to do it, right? And there's this dissolving of that. So not seeing it with nostalgia, seeing it, it's like, ugh, this has got to go. Ugh, okay, this has got to go. And next year, when we have Saturn and Neptune breaking through into Aries again, there's going to be some kind of birth. So this is the time when all of these things are kind of breaking down, and that can feel like you've lost the plot or feel like you don't know what's going on. But honestly, this is really about getting yourself nice and anchored, putting your needs first. I don't mean ahead of like children when they have to eat. Like, no, I have a need not to fix you macaroni and cheese. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about your growth, your personal, your attention to your own experiences on this planet, moving toward healing, always moving toward healing, becoming the person you're becoming. Okay, so on the top here, 9 of Swords, King of Wands, baby. That's Leo. And the 6 of Cups. I saw this in the twin flame readings. The morning message yesterday was a masculine reading, and then the divine feminine reading in the afternoon, that there's telepathy opening up. And I feel like around the new moon in Leo, this is going to get even louder. So Mercury retrograde, right? It's about internal conversation. So there's enough internal conversation that it's like connecting the two of you. Something like that. Here's the Empress. 9 of Cups, getting your wish granted. 2 of Wands, a set of new circumstances. A new set of circumstances that are offering new choices. Like you've opened yourself up because you've learned. As you've been healing, you've learned. And there's new circumstances that are making themselves available to you. It's all new now. The Hierophant, the 7 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. There's something about tradition here that is still holding on. The way it used to be, Taurus energy. And the way it used to be was confused. You're confused about the way it used to be. You're maybe looking at it very nostalgically, but it wasn't that great. Okay, it wasn't that great. What's this 7 of Cups about? 2 of Cups, Page of Wands, the Devil card, and the 4 of Swords. So there's a lot going on in the twin flame community for sure, but also in general that we are really healing. And this might be the mission and purpose for those of you watching who are twin flames. This definitely overlaps the spiritual path about our job is to raise the consciousness of what love is about. It's not about obligation. Maybe a lot of families, you've seen a lot of estranged parents and things on the web. A lot of kids, they're over 40, talking about, massively unhealthy upbringings, and really raising the consciousness of what's okay and what is not okay. All right. So that's coming through, and it's really facilitating a lot of healing. So that Star card is kind of the center. Interesting, it's the star. It's like taking center stage. The healing is taking center stage. Talk to me more deeply about this 9 of Swords. Okay, there's the 10 of Swords. We got the Hermit and the 10 of Swords coming through the Fool. The 5 of Wands. Only through some kind of awareness breaking through. It's breaking through your subconscious. It's breaking through sleep, maybe disturbed sleep patterns. This could be anybody who has been in a toxic situation growing up, that they're like, oh, I didn't realize that it was that toxic, and putting an end to it so that you can heal and move forward. You cannot heal what you can't feel. That's true. You also can't heal in the same environment that was the toxicity, which is why a lot of twin flames aren't together right now, which is why a lot of toxic family situations and they're, you know, sort of blaming social media for estrangements and things like that. But it's just like, yeah, you just don't want people knowing about it. It's the publicity, it's the publicness of these things happening because of social media that is really, that's what you care about. You care that people know about it, not that it was toxic. Not, oh wow, this was not a good thing. I should be more self-reflective. No, I just care that other people know about it. That's fucked up. Okay, so the Two of Wands. The feminine is stepping in to this new mission, new creative expression. The Magician, manifesting on a new level. You're manifesting on a new level, divine feminine. Okay, because this truth breaking through, it like breaks down old blocks that have kept you small. If you were a kid getting, you know, told that you were too big for your britches, missy, or that you were told to not be so you. This is what's being changed in the age of Aquarius. We are becoming our authentic selves, and no longer those restrictions of expectations, no longer the weight of the expectations, no longer the, well, this is how, you know, this is the weight of the family that I have that says, you know, we all do it this way. And it's sort of like, actually, that was really unhealthy for me. And so I'm going to do things differently. That is what I mean by upending or breaking down generational karma. A lot of you on the spiritual path are here to break through and heal generational karma. The stuff that you dealt with, being healed and not perpetrating it on the next, on your marriage, on your children, on the next generations, stops with me. It stops with me. It stops with me. What is this King of Wands and Six of Cups about here? This one wants to jump out. The Emperor. 10 of Wands. Codependency. There's the Strength card. I love it. And the Three of Wands and the Six of Swords. So there's a new chapter about to open up. And this new moon in Leo is the first set of like baby steps. Learning new things, being clear about the future. It's surprising when you get out of toxic situations, romantic or otherwise, toxic work environments, whatever. Look at yourself a year later. That is some big even if it doesn't mean memory holing what happened. It doesn't mean that at all. It means that you see it and it's made you stronger because you recognize it as something that needs to be healed. And you become stronger from that. All right, so if this is your reading, let's keep going. Link is below if you want to continue on. Let's see what you don't see coming. We'll talk a little bit more about the new moon coming up and what you don't see coming, all right? So link is below. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.